mysterious, and we'll just call it Easter egg type areas where you're going to kind of just stumble upon things like, wow, I didn't see this was here. This is pretty cool. So it is a little bit different in Altdorf in that respect, where Altdorf is pretty much in your face. You know exactly where to go. It's your standard, for the most part, medieval style setups. Where with Chaos, we just kind of went crazy with how we set up everything. So let's go to the PvP area. So in Altdorf, we showed you guys where the player statues were in that war quarters section. So this is the equivalent for the Noble City. If you want to look at some of those player statues, they should be right there. Yeah, might actually be up right now. But essentially, where those bases are, you'll have the destruction type, chaos type statues actually placed there with the names, the renown, all that. You'll be able to smash them again. You'll have your center guy. This is just the middle section of the PvP area, and basically the PvP area in Noble City is actually themed to represent like the gods themselves. So if you want to fly to one of those sections, like right here, we have the Slanesh themed area. So obviously you can see there's a lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of intricacies to actually getting in and out of this area where players will be battling over the RVR flag objectives and all that to actually gain access to the city itself. And if you want to fly, we'll go to the corn section. Corn section is more of an outdoor, open sky type area. So the cool thing is that in Altdorf, you got your left section, which is like you'll have your stables, you'll have your archery type area. Basically, when players, aside from just name, they'll be able to like meet by the stables, we're getting attacked, or meet by where all the steam tanks are in Altdorf, we're getting attacked. So here it's meet by the corn area, we need help, meet by the Slanesh area. So it's quick, visuals and reference points for the players, aside from having to open your map all the time. So yeah, like I said, this is more of an open area type section in the PvP section itself. It's got some dips, it's got some little hidden alleyway type things where you can kind of sneak up on the player right there. You can holes in the floor if you just want to. I mean, players can see people below just trying to jump down and just whack them right in the head as soon as they fall through. So I know I would. And that's pretty much the PvP section itself. Again, obviously it's got that main gate area, which is more the level 40 zone that leads into this. But again, players will actually zone into the Soulforge area at first, level 6 or 7 or so. So here's one of our other interiors. We're going to have one of our pretty major encounters in here. It's a nice interior shot of it. Even more further content will most likely be gated, might be a door up. God, that building looks cool. What's in there? I got one over to see what's in there. Yeah. We're going to head to the monolith area. So if we're for reference, again, this is the Sigmar section of the city, essentially. So now we're all the way on the left side of the city. So I don't know if any of you are Hellraiser fans. Yeah. My wife thinks it's the cube so she loves this area. So this is, again, one of the contested versions of Noble City. This is where one of the sub-bosses will be that will gate the king. What I didn't mention earlier was the Sicellum, that big arena type area, that will be where the other sub-boss is to actually gate to the king. So for the invaders, you're going to have your sub-boss fights here. As peaceful guys, you'll be able to do some quests, just some various unique magic type situations going on here. We have, which we didn't get to show you in Altdorf, if you fly to your corner, is the library. So each city will also have a library. In the library, even further tome unlocks, a little bit more history, a background of either the cities or other areas in the game. This particular library, there's going to be dungeon access basically for crypt type things in the library itself. So there's actually plenty of content here as well. And you never know, we may do something special for players by maybe representing something cool that they've achieved that no one else has achieved. Maybe actually put it in like a display case. You see right here. And players can kind of hover over and be like, whoa, that's pretty cool. That's the thing I got. So, and behind those doors is an example of where additional content would be per the city rating. Especially Feast Hall. So again, same as Altdorf. Banks everywhere, auctioneers everywhere. One thing to note is that when players say, "Hey, let's go meet at the where's the auction hall or the auctioneer," whenever you see a tavern, it always symbolizes there's an auctioneer inside a tavern. So as an example, here's one of our feast hall areas, basically where you do your auctioneer. This is one of the larger areas, one of the larger auction halls. We're eventually going to have this switched up where players, depending on if they do some sort of unique events, you see some guys down here fighting against, potentially against like Nurgles, things like that. You'll be able to see them fighting down there. Or if someone's done something bad to see, you might be put down there to actually kind of fight your way out, type of thing. Well, if everyone from above looks down and just kind of laughs at you and says, "You're that guy." So, but yeah, this is all going to be filled out with all sorts of content, ambience, etc., that you would see in any other city. So, right now, like I said, it's just on the construction. And it runs at the bank directly across the way. Same deal. So just like an Altdorf, you'll have one major sized bank, one major sized tavern type of situation, and you'll have smaller ones just scattered throughout. This is one of our other larger bank type interiors. We all have obviously souls floating back and forth in here as you're doing various banking and whatnot. So that's pretty much the cities in a nutshell.